Hey Jay, how's it going? You got into chat really quick. I thought I'll turn the stream on and I'll be able to get these last few slices of pizza down my throat before anyone joins, but nope. You got into chat really quick, I thought. Yeah, it kind of sounds like hold music. It's sort of the music from the game, but it sounded like fitting, you know. Right, let's do this. My game gone. How dare you? How rude. Hey, DJ. Oh man, you better leave before I lose brain cells. Hey, Joshy, how's it going? Hey, Dave. Right, let me just switch to phone chat. That would be a good idea. It's so warm. I mean, it's warm for England anyways. Probably like a few Americans among you that live in much hotter places than I do. But, I mean, I've just shoved a 220 degree pizza down me as quick as I can because I forgot to eat before I started, as per. And the temperature is already roasting. So, anyways. Oh, look, it's all glitchy. See what happens. See an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. 11 minutes, that's not too bad, Dev. Kind of like the perfect length for a you know, I'm guessing if you turn it into a series, just keep chugging it along with like 10-15 minute videos, that should do alright. Oh, warm in Ireland too, AJ. Yeah. That's a crazy one, Ireland being warm. The girl is my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Wherever I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswork and let catch up to me. Sayori, of course. Oh my lord. Oh no. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Bear, it's definitely too warm. How is it where you are, Joshy? Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Oh, looks like Sayori's been erased from the game. There's always an anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Oh, that's okay, Jellyfingers. This game's pretty messed up, to put it lightly, so I'd feel bad if you stayed in and you saw something shocking. But always lovely to have you in stream. Thank you very much. Sorry, Hazel. We're on first name basis now. Cold where you are. Where are you at again, Joshy? It's like somewhere in Europe, right? Because you and Poshy have such similar names that I used to get you mixed up all the time. But I know that Poshy he was in South Africa and he's in like Australia or New Zealand now. Anyways, after I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Swamp water? Yeah. Monica? Germany. Right. Cold in Germany, eh? I really want to visit Germany, though. I want to go to the Black Forest. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. You're in your house. Very good, cheer. Me too. Not in your house, I'm in my house. That'd be weird if I was in your house. Streaming live from the basement of Jay's house. I've been chained here for 3 months. Well, that is debatable, Dave. But, you know. I want to go to Canada. Or Japan. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. You know that, yeah. Could you come down and feed me and unlock me, Jay? It's getting a bit bleak down here. Terrible. Anyways, in that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Oh, hello. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? It is Sunday night. Indeed it is. Through the bottom of the door. That's got to be really thin crust pizza, Jay. Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Swampwater. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favour? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome! You're really sweet, Swampwater, you know that. Thanks. Cookies. Oh man. Don't tell me I've made a spelling mistake. No, I haven't. Winding me up, Joshy. Winding me up. It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Yikes, okay. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Back! And I brought a guest with me. Eh? Oh god. Here we go. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Swampwater. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. The small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Okay, Dave. Loading forever. Oh no. That's not good. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Swampwater in the classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but it just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Swampwater? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Oh no, I'm sorry, Joshi. I've got it on the best settings, I promise. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. The whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Swampwater, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. How do you sign up for the club? Well, considering one of them committed suicide and has now been erased from the game, Jay, I don't think this is a club you want to be part of. Welcome back, Dave. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Give that back! Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. I mean, if you want a one-way ticket to Suicideville, Jay. No, I didn't make my computer, Dave. I have made computers before, but I did not make this one. Oh, poor Jay. I mean, if it makes you feel better, I'd rather join a gaming club than a literature club too, but hey ho. Although, you know, the manga and comics, that'd be good. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. You have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of Vice President after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Swampwater? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Any gaming computers do I recommend? Well, MSI usually is good for like reasonably priced and well put together computers. Like they do really good laptops as well. The one I've got now is an Alienware, and Alienware is owned by Dell. So like years ago, Alienware used to be super expensive, and it's to be honest, it still is. But like it was from a catalogue, so it was just easier to get it that way rather than try to scrape money together for an MSI one. But yeah, I'd definitely say MSI are probably going to be your best bet for a decent gaming computer or laptop. But we've got a tech support channel in the Discord, so if you ask Steve, just tag him, and he's usually around like here and there through the week, and he'll probably have some recommendations depending on your budget. Okay, Jay, see you in a sec. And you too, Joshy. Anyways, I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Humph! The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Swampwater. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival, I am defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Swampwater? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Swampwater, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Swampwater, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I really impressed the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. So I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. Okay, Dave. Welcome back, Jay. I'll wait till Dave's back to say more about computers, I guess. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. I'd really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. Just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Ooh, I've unlocked a special poem. Would I like to read it? Yes. Stare at the dot to reveal a special message. Okay. Staring. Staring. Oh, I love you too. Thank you. Really sweet. Cool. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. Skipping. Flower. Anime. Rainbow. Games. Hawaii. Lollipop. Let's see. Marshmallow. Pink. Giggle. Chocolate. Fantasy. Let's go with that. God, throwing in deep ones now. Heaven sent. Oh man. Okay. Cute. Sweet. Dance. Bouncy. Boop. Not horror. Horror. We'll go with mouse. Uh-oh. That were freaky. That were really freaky. Hi again, Swampwater. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. Hanging. Uh-oh. Oh, thanks for keeping your promise, Swampwater. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, sugar lumps. Actually freaked me out, that one. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Dude, oh my god. I can't see, you're in front of it. That certainly has a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Ah, I can still read it. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Sorry, Swampwater. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Yeah, maybe, Jay. It depends what time, really. Right, well, can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Whoa, wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. Oh no, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try and be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How was this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. 4 PM to 8. Yeah, I think we should be able to squeeze a game of Fortnite in between those times. Just hop on Discord and let us know when you're ready and we'll try throw something together, eh? YOLO! Idoi! Hello. Oh my gosh, Punk, you're back to your regular old self, I see. Welcome to chat, guys. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be... I read the word quite there somewhere, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. It keeps speeding up and slowing down, it's freaking me out. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exacerbated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Looking for something there? Whoa! Fucking Monica! She never puts my stuff in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organised if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull out one of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips a volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Are Fair Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. The tone in your voice. I'll tell you one thing, Swampwater. Consider this a lesson. Oh my god! Don't judge a book! Ah. In fact, Mitsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. CJ! Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you tomorrow. Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colourful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Wah! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. It's been getting pretty freaky. Somebody killed themselves last episode, Gib. So we're 1 member down, and things are getting a bit weird. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. Oh, well, I guess I should just demod Owen and make you a mod again, eh, Gabe? I think that's how it goes, right? I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something with some words. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Welcome back, Joshi. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Do you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Humph. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. You still loading, Joshi? That's crazy. Your internet sucks, man. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, hey, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. Oh my god, my dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. You're dying inside, that's not good. Eat your internet. Did you have a really hot curry and you are now dying inside? Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it, yes. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like it solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. Flip the page. Better not scare me. Oh god. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. She's been coming back into the streams lately. Why, Gabe? Because if you wanting to start trouble before someone's already in the stream, oh my lord. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah. Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey. Eee. I mean, to be fair, that's what I look like when I fall asleep. Ugh. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish a sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Swampwater. She's fine. Just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Let's show it to Natsuki. She's came out of her sugar drop. Oh, Joshi, the game gets crazy now. The game glitches out and it acts weird. Since, I don't know if you saw the first two videos, but one of them, there was another girl and she hung herself and we started the game over and the game's erased her from existence. So there you go. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. You should look at the end of part 2. That's when things get a bit crazy, Joshi. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Well, then what's the point of sharing in the first place? No, Yuri was the one. What, you telling me that Yuri hung her, rather than Sayori killing herself? No spoilers. This is the first time I played through the game. That's okay, punk. You're along with me for the ride, because I don't either. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. You just went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Ugh. Tsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. So, you don't understand anything, do you? Oh, punk. Keeping people on the toes as usual. I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Okay. Lovely. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humour her with that last comment. Don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Indeed, Punk, indeed. That was a lovely poem. Don't be mean. Alright, we'll go with Yuri. Okie doke. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognise in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanour totally changes. Oh, I will see, just saying, okay. Chill, YOLO. Loading, not again. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the clubs gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologising to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this just supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Oh yes. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Deep. Sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Nah, I kind of was, to be honest. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Swampwater. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying. Counting on you. Okay then. And Monica. Hi, Swampwater. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm all settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Swampwater. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Swampwater. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. Kinda makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Jeez. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. So her dad starves her. Kill. Yep. Help. I can't help, Joshy. I don't know what to do. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see colour. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sounds of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Well, there you go. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Well, Punk, that's the name that I picked for the game. I'd feel more weird if I was saying my own name in the game, you know what I mean? I think it's funny if it's Swampwater anyways. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I kind of had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influenced my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Cheerio. Phew, I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Oh my god. Stop spamming. What, switch it every time? We'll just throw my name in there every other time. We shall see. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? You say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Hey? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Swampwater did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Ugh. And Swampwater liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realise you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? It's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Swampwater appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Snap. Ooh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Swampwater started chewing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Oh, whoa. Whoa, look who's talking, you want to be edgy bitch. This is creeping me out. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Once people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Swampwater hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Swampwater... She's just trying to make me look bad. Oh my god. This is just going like right off the deep end now. You're gonna wait forever. That's alright, Joshi. I appreciate it. Yeah, creepy stuff is happening. It's not true. She started it. Oh god. I didn't see what it said. It went by too fast. Natsuki. Natsuki. Oh no. Hi. How's it going? Hey Swampwater. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. I really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. Yikes. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Uh-oh, she quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. Mean it? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk. In her desk? Okay. I just got this image of her crammed inside it. With her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Swan Porter, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take the responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Swampwater. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate you and... Oh. Okay, we're on to the poems. My game files and go to the characters folder. Well, I will do that in a second. Wait, let me save. There we go. Open up the game files. Yeah, you shush. Right. Return. Anyways. Man. What a ride. God, massacre. Look at the words. Right, we'll go with the cute things again. Dance. Milk. Strawberry. Marshmallow, yeah. Dazzle. Treasure. Party. Boop. Fireworks. Chocolate. Oh, hello. Well. Kitty. Skipping. Sticky. Okay. Sing. Lollipop. What's the matter, punk? Chill, man. Music. Puppy. Fantasy. Buffy. Oh, yes. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over here the past few days. Well, the past couple of days, rather. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Swampwater. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading a manga at a desk. And surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me into the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologise. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologised. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell you something was off yesterday. Maybe we're just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. Hey! I didn't see you come back in there, Jay. Welcome back, buddy. You hate Monica. Yeah, Monica seems like she's pulling the strings, right? But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person, and now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Swampwater, don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. Well, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, ew, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But... Meeple's sailcloth, blindsight, lifeline, anan, recipitality, faultlessly offered, scleromlanklaya, nade. I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, kinda nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. Monica's the devil, perhaps. Natsuki's best girl. We all have our best girls. Biz, or any other... You can join a gaming club, go for it. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Swampwater. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Yeah, Yuri on our Discord is best girl. Oh, you're sick. That's not good. You can be a T-Rex. That'd be a pretty sweet thing to be fair. Besides, Natsuki has already run off in the closet. Swampwater, your compliments put me in a good mood. I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. Yikes. Hello. What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Nice! A bit of light reading. Welcome back, Dave. How's it going, man? And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Uh-oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Swampwater? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Oh, I wouldn't recommend going for Alienware anyways. It's more expensive for the components. Go for, like I said, go for something by MSI. They're really good and like decently priced as well. Anyways, it's just this kind of story. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologise. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... Oh, whoa. I kind of forget to pay attention to the other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Whoa, yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. MSI, that is the brand, MSI. Raccoon. Oh, okay. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the... Oh, okay. Yuri, you really do apologise a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I love how it's like creepy as hell, but it's still trying to play on the whole dating sim thing. It's like, why bother at this point? How do you spell that? M-S-I. There you go. You're waiting for it to happen, okay. Oh god, I better turn the light on then, eh? It's got to the point where it's so dark that my phone starts automatically dimming because it thinks I'm in a dark room. I don't want to get the spooks. Door open though, because it's hella warm still. Right. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Did you like that, Gabe? Was that good? But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Too hungry? Go eat some cat food then, Joshi. Are you ready? Eh? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Something's gonna happen. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's why you were what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. I don't know what that came into my head. Jeez. This is spooky stuff. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Hey, Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Swamp water? Did something happen just now? Hey, I have no idea. Yuri's acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. The family has agreed with that one. Which one did you pick? Because there's a lot of laptops and PCs made by MSI. MSI. Are you getting a sweet one? I mean, MSI do make sweet computers anyways, so it's pretty hard to go wrong with them. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Hey, shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Right, Natsuki. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. It was perfect. Every flippin' word was... Oh, do you know what? Screw you, Natsuki. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. No, I didn't though. I went for the exact same thing. It's all lies. 2 dislikes. Oh, my heart, it bleeds. That's okay. I'm sure I've got like a bajillion likes, right? I'm sure everyone else has smashed the heck out of the like button, guys. What movie franchise do I like? Well, probably some of my favourites would be Back to the Future. That's cracking stuff. Beverly Hills Cop. Most of these are going to be 80s, so if you are very young, you might not have seen a lot of these. But you can't go wrong with Back to the Future. Indiana Jones, not including the newest film, because the newest film sucks. Oh, you like disliking videos? That's not very nice. What about you, Jay? What franchises do you like? Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I don't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Yep. I sure can learn something from that. Yeah. Looks like a YouTube link. Swamp Water. Why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. Like, it was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri's a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead. Okay? You don't hate me, Swamp Water, do you? Do you hate me? You want me to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me! Oh, Jesus! MSI Trident 3. Okie dokie. Punk. I was being ironic. I would never seriously say smash that like button. Jesus, it's crazy. Hell. No, I don't really like Star Wars, especially because they just keep milking it and pumping out more films that just aren't very good, to be honest. The first 3 films are okay, but, yeah, you know. Not really ones that I really, I don't know, gravitated towards. Well, thank you, YOLO. That's much appreciated. A dislike and a sub, I'm assuming. Right. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, I guess it'll be Monica. Jeez. Hi again, Swamp Water. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. Okay, Punk. You get that I haven't seen Star Wars at all medal for the day. There you go. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, Swamp Water. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. It was a cute one again. Come on now. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what Yuri likes this kind of writing. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? I selected the complete opposite of what Yuri liked. Screw you, game. Jay, a lot of people love Star Wars. It is one of the biggest fandoms in the world. Why do you think Disney bought the rights to make more movies? A lot of people love it. You're not alone. It's more rare to find someone that doesn't like Star Wars. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologise. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose you should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Oh god, it's actually a real poem this time. Save me. The colours, they won't. Bright, beautiful colours. Flashing, splending. Okay, it's kind of not, is it? Piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. Oh, okay, the noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Endless poem of meaningless. Hey, delete her. Oh. Okay. S subject, right? Well, maybe. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract, yeah. Maybe try to throw some words in there and stop being a creep. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Oh, I will. Like now. Boom. Yeah. See what I did there? I saved it there. You never know when who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Uh-oh. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That was weird. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri, of course. Of course. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. Oh my lord. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. I just like drove down the street behind me and it was just like really spooked me for some reason. I'm such a pussy. A rotating wheel turning on an axle. Grinding. Bolt head. Linear gearbox. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes. A docked ship. A portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A torn harness, I think that says. Parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A prayer written in blood. A prayer written in time. Devouring snakes with human eyes. Oh, that's a pretty sweet line. It's like heavy metal lines, these. A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars. God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Whew. Breathing gearbox. Breathing bolt head. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God. Breathing blood. Breathing holy stakes. Breathing human eyes. Breathing time. Breathing prayer. Breathing sky. Breathing wheel. A thank you. A thank you. Hello, flowery dreamer butterfly. How's it going? You've just came onto a really weird stream. I hope you're not scared away. Whew. That was some reading, right? Yeah, that was really something. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. The that is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. I'm glad that you're doing good. Raise your hand if you hate Monica. Is this the Monica hate club? And now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem though. I mean, I'd rather not. It's creepy as hell. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? My god, Gabe, keep it clean. I notice you, senpai. Flowey. Flowey hates Monica too. Okay. You've unlocked a special... Let's read the special poem. No, I can't hear you. Sorry. Really creepy. Swear to God, I thought somebody laughed behind me then. That was in the game, right? There's not someone in my backyard just laughing like a freak. Anyways, okay everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Swampwater joined us, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? Lazy Natsuki here. Are you buying it right now, Dave? Because after I finish the stream, I can try help you find out whatever you need to know. Or if you're in the Discord and tag Stee. Stee might be around. He's one of the ones with green names. It'll be like SteeJ something or other. He'll be able to help you in the Discord. Anyways, we already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Tsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Swampwater? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Swampwater to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Swampwater joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. Swampwater isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Yikes, Natsuki, that's a bit deep. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Swampwater want to get more members too. Right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? That doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything. Swampwater, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? He was wanting to get the ladies. Okay, well, I'll have a look at it when I'm back in Discord if Steve's not around, Dave. Well, it's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? You've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Swampwater. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki? Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. God, it's turned into a right soap opera, isn't it? This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Oh God. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Oh my Jesus. Ugh. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Swampwater? What do you want to get out of this club? He repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. Each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. Oh my God, I was reading and I was like, is blood dripping from her eye? Like, I thought I was going crazy. Oh, don't ruin it for me. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So, if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica? I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Swampwater? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Swampwater before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. God, you guys are getting rowdy in chat. It's actually making me get a bit more antsy. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Whew. Things have been been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Swampwater, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. How mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet. No! Ay, 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 ay. Well... Question is... Do we wrap it up here? Jump into the spooks next time? Can you guys wait till next Sunday? This is the question. Because it'll be next Sunday that I stream part 4. That'll be what I'm on. Sayori hung herself, Flowey. So that's where she is. That happened last episode. The end of the last episode I played. If you go to the end of like the last 10 minutes, yeah, she hangs herself. It's a thing. So I feel like, what, I've been streaming since what, for an hour and a half? That seems like a good time to wrap it up. YOLO, you're just gonna have to come back. Prepare your butts. Next week is gonna be even creepier, I feel like. In the meantime, tomorrow, I haven't decided what I'm gonna play tomorrow. Possibly Graveyard Keeper. Or maybe, what's that? I can't remember the name. Guts and Glory. Yeah, it was pretty sad actually. Yeah, I'll play Minecraft tomorrow. Sure punk. I mean, if you want a surefire way to get subscribers, I'm sure that's the way to go about it. I'm happily plodding along, playing weird games like this, getting the odd subscriber. It's good. Everyone in chat's weird like me. Next Sunday. Yep, next Sunday. I might play it through the week, but people usually aren't around on the week. It's usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everyone shows up. Like I say, tomorrow I'm probably going to play Graveyard Keeper. Or Yakuza. I don't know yet. If I don't play one day, I'll play it the other day, you know what I mean? And I will be playing Fortnite with you tomorrow, Jay. I don't know if I'll be streaming that, but I will be playing it with you tomorrow. Tomorrow's your last day of school. Oh, well, there you go, punk. I guess I'll be seeing a lot more of you around, eh? I better save this, by the way, before I forget. Let me see. History. Oh, I can actually go back and read it. Let's see. Main menu. Eesh. Doki Doki! Well, anyways, on that note, I will quit the game and I will put up the rarely used the end screen. And I will say thank you to everybody for watching and anyone who's joined tonight and subscribed, much appreciated. And I'll catch everyone in Discord. And Dave, send me a link to the computer you're looking at and I'll try to help you out with that. Otherwise, I'll see you all tomorrow at 8 PM UK time for probably Graveyard Keeper. Monica's taking the wheel. Tell me about it. Right, bye for now, guys.